When you inhabit a house and you illuminate every last corner of that house with strong lights, the house becomes uninhabitable, and human beings illuminated to the very last corner of their darkest soul become inhuman and uninhabitable. Werner Herzog. Fuck yeah, we're going deep. No fluff, no bullshit, just hard truth. Felt, understood, lived. Let this hit like thunder on the soul. Let's start simple. What the fuck does this mean? Imagine a kid builds a fort. Pillows, blankets, a flashlight. It's dark but magical. Now imagine a grown-ass adult comes in and they turn on the overhead floodlight. Full blast. Puff, magic gone. And that's you overthinking your life, overanalyzing your past, overprocessing every goddamn feeling until your soul becomes a sterile fucking lab experiment. You can't grow roots in a room with constant fluorescent light. You need some dark. You need mystery. You need shadows. Chunk down. Example after example. You already do this. When you don't tell your partner every dark thought that you had today, you're leaving space. That's wise. When you leave a creative idea unfinished, so it can marinate, instead of killing it with clarity, that's holy. When you cry in the car instead of on Instagram, you're honouring your shadow privately. When you choose silence instead of defending yourself in an argument, not because you're weak, because you know not everything deserves light. That's fucking power. Chunk up, see the big picture. Life isn't about explaining every scar, healing every wound on display, or posting your shadow work on TikTok like some emotional pornographer. You don't need to be fully understood to be real. You don't need to be perfect to be lovable. You don't need to illuminate every corner of your psyche to be fucking divine. Science says excessive introspection does increased rumination, depression and anxiety. Overlighting the house of your soul makes it cold as hell. The subconscious mind processes in the dark. Dreams, emotional integration, deep creativity. They all happen when we stop fucking staring. Trauma integration doesn't happen through endless reanalysis. It happens through safety, shadow compassion, and non-linear healing. So why are you afraid to do this? Because you're addicted to control. You were taught if you don't shine a light on every part of yourself, someone will come, find the bad part and leave you, hurt you, shame you. So you weaponize light. You made self-awareness a prison. But here's the real shit. Too much exposure is a trauma. Too much light burns. Too much openness destroys intimacy. How do you install this automatically? NLP modeling. Every time I let myself leave something unspoken, I create intimacy. The shadow is not a threat. It's a sanctuary. I'm not a fucking lab experiment. I'm a wild, living human being. Pattern interruption. Run this whenever you're about to overshare or overanalyze. Ask, is this sacred? Or am I trying to be seen so I don't disappear? Feel the answer. Shut the fuck up or let it out. But choose power, not panic. Imagine a forest, dense, alive, mysterious. Now bulldoze every tree, blast stadium lights, build walls. It's no longer a forest, it's a fucking mall. You're not meant to be a mall. So how can you do this in new ways? Let your next art piece be incomplete on purpose. Sit in silence during a conflict and let them feel your energy instead of explaining. Don't share the full backstory. Let them wonder. Keep a private ritual that no one ever sees. Let an emotion pass without naming it. That's not repression. That's spiritual discretion. Limiting beliefs that keep you fucked. If I hide anything, I'm fake. No, you're sovereign. If I don't explain myself, people will misunderstand me. So what? The right people get it through your presence. If I'm fully exposed, I'll be finally healed. No. You'll be fucking raw and exhausted. What this confusion does to you, and why it's fucking perfect. Confusion, it unhooks the rigid neural pathways. It makes your brain go, wait, what? And when it does, and goes, what the fuck? That's when you can drop in a new belief, like a Trojan horse wrapped in truth and weirdness. The karma of overexposure. Your nervous system shuts down. People stop trusting your vulnerability. You become performative, not real. Your intuition dies. Your creative soul suffocates. You stop being fucking interesting. Let the mystery come back. You don't have to show me every toy that you own to be loved. You don't need to clean your whole room to feel safe. It's okay if the closet's messy. Monsters live there too, and sometimes they're just scared. Let the closet stay shut today. Let the blanket fort stay dark. Let the stairs come out and whisper what light would never say. The patterns that drain you, it's time to fucking interrupt them. Constant self-disclosure. Over-explaining your trauma. Fixing your inner child like it's a broken appliance. Endless journaling with no fucking embodiment. Thinking that being transparent means being holy. Stop. Let it rest. Let it rot. Let it compost into power. Pacing and leading others with this skill. Pace their belief. You're trying to be honest, transparent, real. I get that. Bridge with a metaphor. But even the stars need the dark to shine. And maybe you've been so busy proving you're good, you forgot how to be whole. Lead with a reframe. You're not hiding, you're holding. You're guarding the sacred. That's mastery. Rewire this as identity. You're a mystic in motion. You're a forest of paradoxes. You're the divine masculine that says, not everything needs to be fucking said. You're the father energy that doesn't need to explain. You're the wild man who holds the dark with reverence. You're the soul who chooses mastery over performance. And you walk through the world like someone who doesn't need to be known to be felt. Repeat after me. I choose sacred silence over performance. I'm not a fucking machine to be dissected. I let my shadows breathe, and they keep me whole. I don't owe anyone full access to the temple. Now take that and walk like thunder. Breathe like the forest. Speak only when it's sacred. And leave the fucking light off in that one room. 'Cause that's where the real self lives.